Hello, everybody. Welcome back to TigeraGitana. We're going to get started on this week's weekly community oracle poll. I'm going to give y'all a second to come through. And while y'all come through, I am going to roll myself on because your girl has been literally needing a good smoke this past couple of days. I've been channeling a lot while I've been smoking. It's been pretty productive. And I feel like that I really have enjoyed the downloads and the messages and the way everything has been coming through. So I'm gonna just be rolling one while everybody comes through. But how is everybody? I hope that everybody is doing well. I hope that this week has been okay, because I do feel like this week is a little bit all over the place, a little bit of a tad bit all over the place. I do feel like it's been a little bit chaotic for the most part. So how have y'all been? Hold on, I'm trying to open this. Okay, there we go. How have y'all been? I will give y'all the options on what you can pick in a second. Okay, so this one is the other one that's open. Is it this one? Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. Yeah. It's this one. It's this one. Okay. Hello. Yeah, I 100%. I wish we could have a whole smoke session, because I feel like it's so necessary. As Saturn's child, being a Capricorn, I can tell you that I live. It just really helps me get centered and really focus on the work in hand and everything. I feel like it's so necessary. I also, after I finish doing the live, I'm going to be doing the Orisha story time. So you guys will be getting that video tonight. So stay tuned, because it's happening. This is the story I picked. I'm not going to tell y'all which is yet, because it's a surprise, I guess. But yeah, so I'm filming that for y'all, and I'm going to be filming the next forecast for the moon. So you guys will also get that video later tonight. Just been trying to really it's been readings on readings. I've been back to back readings. So yeah. Hey Lana, how are you? I hope you're well. Hello. This week has been crazy. I'm not surprised. I knew Taurus season was going to be a hot mess, because Uranus right now is just doing the most. I knew. I just knew. It's been a hard. I feel like it's been low key, high key, savage. Uranus has been not fucking with everybody. It's just straight up savagery right now, and I'm just y'all, I'm over here just waiting for Gemini season at this point. I love Taurus season, but this Taurus season is packed with different stuff that's going on, and I feel like overall, while there's so much good stuff happening, there's also so much density. There's so much crazy shit happening at the same time, and I'm just yo, I know that there's some people that are going to be struggling with this energy, because it's not the easiest. He didn't make it easy. Uranus is not making it easy. However, there's a lot of upgrades that are happening right now collectively, and I feel like we'll be able to get somewhere, I guess. But yo, it's pretty crazy right now. It's definitely pretty crazy. It's still illegal in Indiana. Wait, but didn't they make it legal in the United States with the last election? It passed? Was that just because y'all, I live in the tri-state area, we legalized that thing already, but didn't they make it legal nationally, or does it still have to does the state still have to do something? Let me know, because I don't know. I don't know. Maybe, I'm not sure. Hello everybody. I hope y'all having a really good night. I'm gonna give y'all the options of what y'all can like the oracle cards for this week, okay? So y'all can start dropping it. This is a first come first serve situation because y'all know that it turns into like a huge thing. So the first one right off the bat, we're bringing this baby back. So your option is the Okana deck. Please choose this if you're only if you're doing shadow work, because you will not want to get read to the filth by this deck. It has a sass, okay? Your next option is the Healing with the Angels Oracle card deck. Your next option is the Divine Feminine Oracle deck. Then your other option is the Nature Speak Oracle. This one is like one of my favorite oracle decks of like all time. The Archangel Michael Oracle deck. The Flower Therapy Oracle deck. Hold on, it's still more. The Archangel Raphael Oracle deck. The Sacred Symbols Oracle deck. And the Romance Angels Oracle deck. Those are your choices for today. So go ahead and drop your question. If, as always, if you're a Patreon member or a channel member, this is already included in your the tiers, like the memberships and stuff. So you can go ahead and drop your question. If you are not a channel member or a Patreon member, just drop a super chat with your question, and then we will get started. So that's pretty much the spiel of what it goes. As far as I know, possession is still jail time, but I'm going to check now. I know that in some states it went to like you can carry like if you carry an eighth is fine, but anything higher than an eighth is like anything higher than an eighth is a problem. It's like a from my understanding, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure, y'all. I have my person who gives me to literally gives me the good stuff, and then I'm fine. I don't even know. Like I feel like at the end of the day, when it comes to like weed, I feel like over the next couple of years, there's going to be millions and millions of dollars that are going to be poured into it, because it's just, you know, it's a very easy like drug. Like if you look at the generations, it's crazy, because if you look back at the generations, the past generations were like addicted to cigarettes, tobacco, like some of the other substances, okay, that are very addictive. Our millennials are like, we want weed. Like I feel like millennials, like we had the least harmful drug to be like obsessed with, not addicted, but like, you know, like to kind of want to use all the time. We got the least like even though there are people who overtake amount of weed, like they just overuse it, and then they have to keep using more and more weed in order to like for it to kick into their system. There's still kind of this level of like, we still pick the one that does the thing, but it speaks to our generation. It really does, because we're really trying not to harm ourselves, but we're looking at the herb itself, how sacred it is, because it is a very sacred herb. And traditionally it's used to channel messages from spirit. So it's kind of like, it has so much power behind it. And it's so funny to me that like our generation, like just popularized it so much to the point that it's kind of like, if you were to put the past generations and you were to say, oh, this drug is this generation and that drug is this generation, millennials would literally be weed. It literally would be. Do y'all think about that? That's crazy. That's pretty crazy, y'all. That's pretty crazy. So yeah, it's pretty insane. I don't know. I just feel like that's a really weird but cool kind of fact, and I don't know. It's very interesting. We picked a very spiritual herb to work with. I just love that it's ruled by Saturn, because it just makes so much sense. It really does, because it really does tend to alter time in a way. It does affect time. I feel like Saturn ended up ruling this herb just because he was like, okay, yeah, you can calm down and relax, stop panicking. Use some weed. Use some weed, get some downloads while you're here, and enjoy your damn life. Like I feel like Saturn is just like the planet, like just the randomest planet to rule over weed. But I love it. I just think it's so cool. Weed is is very powerful for me and prophetic. I don't like smoking around people anymore because I feel so much energy is something I like to do alone, connect with my spirits. I 100% agree with that. I feel like for me, obviously there's times so I'll be chilling with friends, and if somebody's passing me a blunt, I'm not gonna say no. But I know how to balance using something spiritually and then using something like not spiritually. I mean, I think there needs to be a healthy balance of that, because even when it comes to alcohol, my ass will definitely be getting a mojito if I'm out here, you know, with the crew, at the club or something. Like, I will dead ass get a mojito. I have no problem with that. But at the same time, I also know that how to work with alcohol and spirit at the same time, and the importance of alcohol and with spirit. Like, you know, spirit likes to turn up too. Spirit literally likes to turn up. Why do you think they always want like rum and freaking tequila and shit like on their altar space? Like, there's a reason they like to turn up too. They like to feel good too. And so it's really important to forget that. I mean, to remember that we are having a human experience. Like, we could do two things at once. It doesn't have to be limited to just that. Like, we still need to experience stuff. We still need to have fun. And I feel like in part there's so many practices that are sacred but still have that element of fun and just enjoyment and pleasure to it. And I feel like it's so important to understand that about like our ancestors. They weren't just all grumpy, like dancing around a fire every single day. They were still trying to have a good time, trying to have a good life. And y'all, they understood how plants did that for them. So that's why I'm like, I when I smoke, I honor my ancestors. I honor like the herb itself. I honor the essence of myself that is going to be channeling. But I also just allow myself to relax. This is like a really great herb this herb gets abused by Pisces more than any other sign. Let me tell you, this herb gets abused by Pisces more than any other sign, because it is, since Pisces is the sign of the subconscious. They rule all substances. So anytime there's like a medication, anytime there's a drug involved, that's Piscean energy. And so it speaks to like what Pisces needs and what state they need to be in mentally. Like they need to, like, they like being in altered states of mind. And that's something that they do well in, like spiritually, even like just connecting, they do really, really well in. But a lot of the time I find that every single Pisces I know like uses weed and over abuses weed. There's some that I know that are really good and like have a balanced, you know, relationship with weed. But then there's some that I know that are like smoking like way too much. I'm glad that I'm not ridiculously obsessed with weed and I don't need to have it like every single day, because y'all, I be spending mad money on weed. Like, that's too much. That's too much for me, y'all. Everything in moderation. I always say everything in moderation. That's how you need to like enjoy shit. To make it non-toxic, you have to have it in like moderation. Santa Muerte loves her weed, yeah, and her tobacco. Like I really love working with spirit and weed. I feel like it's just really cool to kind of, you know, see what comes through when you're working with spirit and you're a little bit intoxicated. Granted, you can't work with every spirit that way, because there are some, honestly, I think it depends on your level of connection to a spirit. Because lately, like I said earlier in the other live, I feel like, I don't know if this is just on TikTok, but everybody's out here just working with spirit and getting over abused by some spirits out here. Like, it'd be crazy. I'm just like, y'all don't have an equal relationship with your spirits, because I definitely do. I definitely strive to have an equal balanced relationship with spirit. So it's crazy to me to see people like going through like certain things with their spirits and stuff, and I'm just like, y'all, you don't know how to have a smoke with spirit and just chill. Like, you don't know how to like do, like, it's just weird. It's weird to me. We're still learning, y'all. We are still learning. Hold on, I'm trying to put this thing in here. Okay, there we go. I gotta give a little bit of weed to Pink, because I can't smoke without her. She will literally stare at me all mad and shit. You all like to take the edge off and keep it moving. Yeah, like I think it's important to use herbs for what you need it for in that moment. Right now, I'm going to smoke because I'm in the mood and because it's been helping me get through readings. Because I have, y'all don't even know the amount of readings I'm doing right now. And so it's been helping me get the readings and get like the downloads, like through like 4 readings without me like feeling overwhelmed. I feel like last week was a hot mess. Just because everything that happens with like babe and everything and like her getting sick and stuff, it was just like, it was a complete hot mess. And I'm trying to recalibrate my body. Like Taurus season is always about the physical for me. So I'm trying to work with my physical body and making sure that I'm relaxed, because I feel like it can be so easy to get stressed out. And so you have to learn how to even though this word is technically like the phrase itself has negative connotations, but you have to learn how to self-medicate correctly. I feel like that's so important. Yeah, I can't just smoke with just anyone. 1000%. I'm also the type of person that will straight up, be smoking with friends and I'll just start reading everybody. Like it'll just turn into readings. It happens all the time. Y'all, I will try my best not to smoke when I'm with people outside, because it turns into readings. It turns into, oh, your aunt said is trying to talk to you about this. And I'm just like, y'all, Spirit be taking advantages sometimes. Let me tell you, Spirit be taking advantages. Pink, here, you want a little nug? Pinky, you want a little nug, baby? Come here. Hold on, I gotta give her a little nuggy nug. Come here, baby. There you go. I love that my dog is also a smoker. Well, not a smoker, but she loves weed. It's so funny. It's a balance. 1000%. 1000%. Facts, especially muertos. I answer to that 1000%. They really love y'all. They're just trying to have a good time. You think they just want to be out here like straight up staring at us all the time? They still want to have a good time. Spiritually, it's a relaxation part for me. It is. It's just, I feel like sometimes it can be easy to be so stressed out. And I feel like weed is one of those herbs that you can meditate to and you can instantly connect just by allowing yourself to stop feeling so tense. So when you relax, the messages start flowing a lot easier and a lot smoother. So you don't have to like be like super like tense or like, oh my God, I have so much thoughts. I'm overwhelmed. I'm thinking about so many things. It just allows you to like melt, like relax. And I think that's such an important part of, working with spirit. You can't just be going up there like super agitated, like, like it's just going to make it harder for you to do the work. I have one tomorrow. Thank you in advance. Y'all, seriously, I've been doing readings like crazy. I have 3 natal chart readings left, except for the ones that I have to do tomorrow that I'm not looking at, because I'm looking at I have 3 readings from April that I need to finish, and I'm gonna try to get them done tonight. But y'all, the things that come out in these readings, it's definitely very like intense. It's very deep. It's very there's just a lot. There's a lot. I feel like especially a lot of people have been booking Akashic Tarot readings with me, because some people don't read the description of the booking page and they think it's a past life reading for some reason, even though the description says exactly what it is. So everybody who follows me on TikTok has been going to my website and then trying to book a past life reading, and instead they'll book the Akashic Tarot reading thinking it's a past life reading, and then they'll want the past, and I'm just like, y'all, I need everybody to read the description. Okay, read the description of the thing before you book it, so that way you know what you're getting. Like, it drives me absolutely insane. That's literally where I've been having, I feel like, the biggest issue with connecting with people and readings, because sometimes they don't read the description and they're like, oh, it's this and this time I didn't get my reading, and I'm like, it says in the description that it's going to take, like, especially for astrology readings, they take a little bit longer because I have to study your chart, and because I have such a long list to go through, and it's kind of, it ends up being like a first come first serve basis. I go in the order of the booking, and I try to work on it as fast as I can, but I have to study your chart. I take time to like look at your chart, look at the energies, look at the combination of things. Like I have to analyze it, and it can take some days. And so it just makes me laugh because I'm just like, y'all, do y'all not read the description to the things? Like okay. So that's just like been me. This has been me. But I've been doing a lot of readings, like a lot of, it's been a lot. But I mean, I appreciate all the love. I appreciate everyone wanting to work on themselves, because I feel like that's kind of a lot of it. I've been getting a lot of like, hey, I need help. So I've been really like grateful to be able to hold space like that. But it's been crazy, y'all. It's been crazy. Is it legal here? Check with two of my potheads. That's hilarious. I wrote this before, but we was rolling up. I don't have a question. Sacred symbols, though. Thanks, my love. Oh, wait. Oh, did you write it before? Oh, yeah, you did. Okay. I got you, boo. I'm sorry. I got lost in the conversation, and then 1 second. I gotta hit up my person because I've been smoking like a good amount of weed, and I definitely need to get more. Okay, sacred symbols. Sacred symbols. What does Lana need to know right now? What does Lana need to know right now? What's going on with Lana? What does she need to know? What does she need to hear? Woo. Okay, hold on. Okay, so the first one is Affluence. This is a really, really good card, especially when it comes to, oh, by the way, your next one is Boundaries and then Message. When it comes to long-term manifestation, because Affluence is about abundance, it is about really manifesting the life that you want, on like very, very clearly manifesting the life that you want, and having the universe support you in the process. So it puts you in a state of slowly but surely achieving and moving towards your larger goal and the larger part and larger vision for your life. So there's just kind of like, it's almost like, this is very like 10 of Pentacles energy. It's very 10 of Pentacles energy, where you're just kind of like waiting. You set the intention, you're moving towards the intention. The 10 of Pentacles is like the end game, but then you have to kind of like take the steps towards it. You have to keep working towards it, because 10 of Pentacles energy, it takes about like 3 to 5 years to really come into full fruition. Sometimes even 10 years, depending on the intention itself. It can take a long time for it to fully like come into like clarity, for the vision of it to fully manifest within the physical realm. So sometimes it can be a little bit frustrating, because you're like, you're like slowly but surely getting there, but it takes time. It's like very earth energy, so it could take some time to like get there. But at the end of the day, it's so interesting. You're getting like Boundaries and Message, which tells me a couple of things. It's one of the things that is definitely speaking to is the need of creating and maintaining your space, your energy in a sacred way, to make sure that you're distancing yourself from that which is tugging and pulling and kind of yanking at your kind of focus. You're mentally in alignment with your goals, and because you're in alignment with those goals, understanding that there has to be a separation between those who can come in and take from your energy, and those that can at the end of the day, those who actually genuinely need you to hold space for them, and your sacred space, your own energy, having that boundary in between, saying, hey, you know what, I know that you need to talk to me, but I'm kind of a little busy right now. I'm kind of processing something right now. I can't really give you my time right now. I can't really, hit you up. I can't really hang out right now. I'm kind of in the process of doing something. Maybe I can hit you up in the weekend or something like that. Like really making sure that your own space, especially when when spirit is telling you in your head, like, hey, you're tired, when your body's telling you, hey, you're a little tired, maybe take a nap, or you need to go take a walk, or you need to you need to go eat something, you need to go do something else, you need to step outside to get a little bit of fresh air. And when you have people kind of tugging at you, like pulling from your energy and saying, hey, can you show up for me, can you do this for me, can blah 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 for me right now, you're gonna have to kind of know how to say like no, because of what you need. It's really important to listen to what you need and set clear boundaries, because you respecting your energy and your space, what it's going to do, it's going to keep you on the vibration that you want to stay in. If you can't, if you know it's going to bother you, if you know you're like, I don't really want to do that, be honest about it. Don't just kind of like force yourself to do things that you know you don't want to do. If you feel like you need like to pull back, if you feel like you need a moment, then clearly state that. Clearly state, hey, I need a moment. I just need to realign real quick. Just give me like 30 minutes, or give me an hour, I'll get back to you, or just give me till this weekend, I'm kind of working on something right now. There's just like this need of boundaries, there's need to communicate, there's this need of listening to your body, listening to your spirit, listening to your ancestors within the moment, what they're telling you. If they're telling you to slow down, don't try to run just because you're like, you know what, if I get this done in an hour, or like I can finish it, I don't have to worry about it. Like, don't try to sell yourself shit that you know it's going to take away from your mental peace, because then you're going to really overwhelm yourself and you're going to be stressing out, and that doesn't, it's just not going to help bring the affluence any faster. It's going to make it so it's like a slow journey up the mountain, instead of it being like we're steady, we're listening to ourselves, we're taking breaks, we're eating when we need to, we're going to keep going, we're timing ourselves, we're being consistent, we're being strong, we're maintaining our strength, because it really comes down to that. When you're setting boundaries, you are trying to maintain your strength, you're trying to maintain your mental peace, you're trying to maintain your power and self-mastery, which is something that you guys know I talk about a lot in here. Self-mastery is absolutely the goal, because you want to make sure that you are fully mastered within yourself, that you know how to control yourself, you know how to attract, you know how to repel, you know how to bring things into fruition, and you know how to build things, you know how to work with your energy in order for you to have the best life, right? And so for you to do all that, you have to have boundaries. You have to say, hey, I don't want to do this. You have to be honest if that's how you're feeling in that moment. Even if someone's going to be a little peeved or annoyed that you're saying no, it is absolutely necessary for you to listen to your body, listen to what you actually want, instead of lying and forcing yourself to do something that you don't want to do. Because ultimately, you staying in the vibration of peace, you staying in the vibration of love and centeredness, like when you are saying no to somebody, you are literally practicing self-love, because you are giving that love to yourself, you are caring about you and what you need within that moment. So therefore, you saying, listen, I can't do this right now, maybe in a bit, maybe if you give me some time, sure, I can do that. If you can't have that discernment and say, hey, I just can't right now. If you can give me an hour, if you can give me give me some time, and I'm going to work on this. Give me some time and I can get back to you. Then I can do it in a little bit, but I'm not just going to drop every single thing that I'm doing. I'm not going to drop and add a bunch of shit to my energy, to my workload that I already have to do. Like I need to make sure that I'm good, that I'm taken care of. That's not necessarily the way that, especially today with the the way the jobs work, and how they expect you to be at a certain time in a certain place, and you have to show up and and you have to have the same attitude every single time you're there. This is one of those things where it's kind of like the evolution of us as human beings listening to our bodies, creating healthy boundaries that ultimately lead to our success and abundance, to us actually achieving and being what it is that we want to be. And that takes a lot of strength to be able to say, hey, no, not right now. Not just give me an hour, give me a day. I just can't do it right now. You don't even, I definitely relate to this because I can tell you right off the bat, there's been this past week with all of the readings and the bookings that I already have to work on. There are friends that hit me up and they're like, hey, Abby, can you read my cards? I really need to know what's going on with this situation. I have this going on. I have that. And I'm just like, I don't have the time right now. You're going to have to give me like a couple of days or something because I just don't have the time because I have to focus and I want to make sure I'm focusing on the things that I definitely know I have to get through first. And you're just not a priority for me right now. I just can't take a drop of everything that I'm doing and then say, yo, yeah, I'm going to do this reading for you because it's just not realistic. It's just not realistic. And so sometimes I have to say no, or sometimes I have to say, hey, give me a couple days. I'll get back to you. I'll get back to you maybe this weekend or something like that. Because you can't always just force yourself to do things just because someone is asking you, just because someone's like knocking on your door doesn't mean that you have to open that door. Just because somebody's texting you doesn't mean that you have to run and text them right back right away. You have to literally allow yourself to check on yourself first and say, okay, I am in a place that I can handle whatever the hell this person's texting me about. I am in a place where I can, respond, where I can be open. I'm in a place where I'm able to hold space emotionally for this person. I think I'm okay. I can do that right now. If not, if you feel like, oh no, I'm a little tired, or I feel like I need to take a nap, or like, I feel like I just need some me time, then the answer is no. The answer is no. Okay. And you have to say it with just straight up honesty. It always comes back to that. If you're being honest in a situation, you will not be, reprimanded. It's not like you're doing something bad or malicious. It's just that you're setting the boundaries. You're listening to your body. You're listening to your spirit and what it's telling you. And ultimately you doing that amount of self-control where you're able to separate, reactionary action to, I do things when I feel like I can address it. That's when you reach that level of affluence where you're able to tap into that vibration, that joy, that peace, that like, I feel like I can enjoy things. Why? Because I have mastered the energy of telling people no, telling people, give me a second, telling people to hold on, one at a time. I can do it one at a time. You just gonna have to give me a second. Patience, love, patience. Okay. Oh, there's a lot of comments, y'all. Hold on. I'm going through it. I'm going through it. Ooh. Hold on. It's back to the top. I gotta reread the thing. Hold on. Wait, question. Amaryllis, do you want me to pull from the Archangel Michael deck? Do you have a question, or you just want me to pull for you? Let me know, because it's not clear. The intentions are not clear. San Martinez, general reading, healing with the Angels Oracle deck. Got you. I've got you, boo. I got you, boo. Hold on, I gotta put these back. Because I like to like separate these and put it back in there. I'm taking another hit though. Pink is like waiting for me to like smoke. She's like looking at me like, because I told y'all she likes to lick the air. She's literally like, she's a stoner. She's a stoner dog. She literally would be like licking the air particles of the weed. Like, she's so smart. It's crazy. It's crazy. Babe actually told me the story once. When she first got her, she had bought like, I think it was like an ounce or something, like an eighth or an ounce or something like that. And she had literally bought it, and she left it like it was on top of the table. It was like one of those low tables. And somehow Pink literally got inside the bag and she ate all of it. And Babe was freaking out because she was like, oh my God, she's dead. Because she wasn't moving. She was just like, like, and Babe was like freaking out, like crying, like, oh my God, she's dead. Oh my God, oh no. And then she like took a little cup, and because her tongue was out, she took a little cup and she stuck her tongue in the little cup of water. And Pink was just like, So she drank some water and then she just knocked out. She was in another universe. So yeah, Pink is literally a stoner. She's like my favorite to smoke with. Look at her, she's getting closer. Hi, baby. Oh, she wants to come over here. Hi, baby. Come here. Come here, baby. Come here. Say hi to the people. Hold on. Say hi to the people. Say hi. Oh, she keeps moving. Okay, hold on. Stop moving. Say hi to the people. Hey, y'all. She's so darn cute. She just wants me to smoke so she can lick it. That's literally it. That's why she's right here just now. Y'all think I was joking. I'm really not joking. I'm not joking about this. This is like her favorite thing. She's so freaking cute. Okay. General reading, healing with the archangels. With the angels. I got you. Let me drink some water. Pink is really excited to like be over here. Relax, baby, relax. It's like where you put the weed. Okay. What does Jay Martinez need to know? What does she need to know? What do you need to know right now? Ooh. Ooh. Oh my God, that is beautiful. Okay, so first of all, so you have music and enchantment. That's a really beautiful, beautiful message. I feel like, oh my God, I feel like when it comes to even just like the season that it is, like Taurus season, pleasure, just enjoying, like letting yourself like kind of dive in to like the arts, like dive into the different like things that you just like, even music that like reminds you of people, like you're just listening to a new album or diving into the energy and the vibration of music. I think that music is one of those things that easily is one of the best ways to work on visualization, especially when you're trying to work on like third eye work. Music paints pictures, okay, within your spirit. When you're singing it, when you're like you know, saying the words and you're saying it to the beat and everything, you're already envisioning like different things and visualizing different things about what the song is about, or who you can connect to, or who do you remember who it's connected to the song for you, like your senses, you're emotionally connected to, like the lyric, the moment, the description, what it targets. There's just like this kind of like need to kind of dive in to like music. It's almost like, for me, I kind of see this as like listening to listening to, what is that, time period music, is that what it's called, where it clearly puts you in a certain time. Like if you listen to like rock music, it puts you in a certain vibe. If you listen to like R&B, you're gonna be in a certain vibe. If you listening to salsa, you're gonna be in a certain, vibe kind of thing. And it's almost kind of like this enchantment, this kind of like getting lost in the sound, getting lost in music, understanding and focusing on visualization. There's like this there's this series that one of the girls I follow on TikTok started, where she made a list of songs that you can actually manifest to because of the lyrics. And it's so interesting to like go through and look at like all of the different songs that she posted and like shared in the different parts of the music that really focuses on manifestation. Just by you singing it and vibing with the song, you're like saying all these words. Like even I know Ariana Grande was one of the artists that she ended up posting. And if you look at Ariana Grande's like catalog of the music, she actually makes her music for it to be first to focus on manifestation. Like even with Seven Rings, she said it, just a manifestation song. She's trying to help everybody manifest when they're singing the song. And it's supposed to like, there's a lot of illusion and enchantment in music, in the sound and sound energy, because it helps you manifest, it helps you envision things and bring things into fruition, because it puts you in a vibe, it puts you energetically in a vibe. And there's just like this beautiful connection to you vibing to a different vibration and doing it through music, like the power of sound and how that amplifies visually and then through music. By the way, music, which is ruled by Pisces, which rules spirituality, like it really focuses very deeply on, you know, putting you in a certain vibration so that you can then, you know, embody that vibration. Like, you have you ever like listened to a specific artist and then that artist happens to be gloomy, or, you know, like make sad music, so then every time you listen to them you're like really mellowed out and you're really like, you know, music itself is like a drug within itself. It's like different types of weed, 1000%. And so when you're listening to different types of music and you see how like pop music, it's one of those genres that everybody gets amped up about because it's pop music. It's supposed to be really dancey, really like, you know, really like yippity and like really like open and flirty, and like the lyrics itself focuses on like more on the positive side of things, and more on the like having fun kind of things, the pleasure side of things. This is one of the reasons why pop music can be a guilty pleasure to a lot of people, and it could fall into that like enchantment energy where you're just kind of like lost in sound, lost in a vibe, lost in a music, lost in the space. I feel like you need to make your space, especially like with for the rest of tourist season, you need to make your spiritual practices a vibe. It needs to be a vibe. Like, it's specifically when it comes to music, adding music to your ritual work, adding music and in the tone for the spell that you're doing. So if you're doing a love spell, you want to put some love music on, you want to put some sensual music on in the background. Okay, that's going to help amplify and put you physically, your body, in the state of, you know, manifestation for that. And this is something that I do all the time when I'm literally fixing candles for like something like that. I'm out here I'm bopping to the damn song. I'm bopping to the drums. Okay, I am straight up just like out here just like putting in more damn coffee in there. I'm like, I straight up fall into the music. I like to add music to my spell work. I feel like that it just adds so much. And it's so funny because I actually recently made a TikTok about how music is culturally part of our own spiritual rituals that we do, how spirit themselves love to commune with us and be with us, because we throw parties for spirit. You know, we're open and we like to have a vibe. We like to be open. We like to throw parties. We like to have a good time. We like to set up our spirit to that mood. That's why like a lot of our music is very like, you know, it spiritually pumps us up. It spiritually puts us in a mood to like want to dance, want to like be happy, want to just like move our arms, our bodies. Like, there's something about how music ultimately is its own spell in many ways. Like that song, I Put a Spell on You, because it be like that. It really be like that. I feel like you need to romanticize your spell work within the upcoming weeks, and I feel like you'll have a lot of, you know, you'll have a lot of success with your spell work if you romanticize it. Like, you have to add that Venusian like pleasure. I'm just having such a good time. Like, I'm just, you know, I'm being extra. I'm like, I'm not just gonna light a candle and just sit there. I'm just like, I'm having a good time. I'm making sure my spirit is like open to receiving this. Like, you need to make your the way that you connect, you need to make it like you need to romanticize it. You need to make it like very enchanting, very magical, very like Pisces, like ethereal. Okay, like you know, like it needs like an extra something, like some adobo. Okay, some adobo. That's what I'm gonna call it, some adobo. Like, it definitely, I feel like you just need to just go with the flow, but just add a little bit of like some music. Like, imagine seeing a movie without no music, and the person's like going through a transition. They're walking down the street. You don't know what the tone of the movie is. You don't know if you should be happy or if they're having a good day because of the music. Music changes the vibration. The music adds to the tone, the mood, what your expectations are. So definitely pay attention to the music that not only you're listening to during the next couple of weeks, but also how you're using music to amplify your spell work, because I do feel like that's something that you need to do 1000%. Oof. Hold on, y'all. I'm reading the comments. Hold on, y'all. There's a lot of comments on here. Okay, I did that one already. Oh, wait, Lana has an update. I'm not talking to my BF. He's been so draining and I refuse for him to mess with my energy. I'm putting on my boundaries. What? Listen, if that's what you need, y'all, we have to make sure that like we're literally listening to ourselves and what we need at the end of the day, because if what you need is some, you know, if you're telling someone like, hey, I'm a little bit tired, I feel drained, and they're still trying to tug on your energy, no ma'am. No ma'am. No, because at the end of the day, people need to learn that if they say they love you and they say that they want to be there for you and everything, they also need to respect those boundaries and understand like that you need your space. This is something that I love that Babe does naturally, like straight up, like even if there's times like if I get mad at her, which is really rare, if like something's happening or she feels like I need some space, like before she even approaches me or anything like that, she'll like give me like a good like 30-40 an hour or something like that. She'll be like, hey, are you okay, just checking in on you. Like she's really, really aware of just like, you might just need to cool off on your own, you might just need, you know, to have that time. And it's so important. It's so important to understand that about other people and to really allow people to have that time, you know, cause yikes. Cause listen, there's a lot of people that they'll get comfortable with the way that you've treated them before. So they expect you to always be that way, to always like give and give and give and give and be there and drop the ball, drop everything that's going on just to like be there for them or do stuff for them or whatever it is. And it just turns into a lot of chaos because it's just like, okay, but I need a second. You know, I need a second. You can't just like overwhelm your partner or overwhelm, you know, your relationship and, you know, make it really, really heavy. Like that's just, it's not conductive to a good, healthy relationship. Pink's out here smoking with me. My sister Natalie wants general, you pick the deck. Oh, I got you, boo. I hope she's doing good. Ooh, which one are we gonna pick today? I think I'm gonna go with the Divine Feminine. I've been really vibing with this deck lately. Okay. Natalie needs to know. What does Natalie need to know? Ooh. This card literally jumped out, jumped back in the deck, and then jumped right back out. Like the audacity, y'all. The audacity. Okay, so the first one is Kali, the mother of the universe. I release all that doesn't serve me. It is time to be the truth of who I am. Ooh. Okay, the next one is the Mystic of Peace. I am peace. When my mind is clear, the way is clear. When my mind is clear, the way is clear. Y'all, the joy per meted mother. I am my own guru. I know the self that never changes. Oh, y'all, these messages today. So first and foremost, can't talk today. There's definitely needs to be a separation with it's like kind of like similar to Lana's as far as the boundaries go, the separations of what needs to be released, what needs to be, something that's important. I think that we get, that's something that happens at like jobs a lot is when they have like an inventory day where they like, go check the stock of what they have. They check over everything. They go to see if everything's good and okay. And then, if something's missing, they like analyze it, they see what they need to reorder, all that kind of jazz. It's kind of like that when we go through this process, when we go through the boundaries and the releasing process, we are actively sitting down and saying, okay, what is working for me? What is not working for me? Is this okay? Or do I need to release this? Do I need to continue to do this? Like, is this person really that great for me? Is this friend really having my best intentions? Because they've been hella dramatic lately, and I'm trying to like. So it turns into questions. It turns into you having to really analyze what it is that you need to release based on your true and honest feelings within the situations that you're in. You need to actively say, okay, this doesn't sit right with me. This sits right with me. I don't think this is helping me. I think I need to stop doing this. This has been really helping me. I really want to continue to use this in such and such way. Like, it is really important for you to release the things that are literally just taking up space in your life, literally actively just taking up space in your life and are not productive or conductive to a healthy life or healthy like continuation. Like, for you to literally, like, imagine literally the perfect example. Imagine you're going on a hiking trip, okay? And I'm gonna tell you, take it from Babe, because when we went hiking for her birthday, she packed way too much in her backpack, and then her backpack ended up being too heavy, okay? And then it was too heavy for her to continue going up because it became a weight that she was carrying. And so we had to like stop and like eat the food that was in the backpack and like make sure once we were eating the stuff, everything got less heavy, because the less you carry the necessities, the things that are helpful, okay? The water, the sandwich, the, like the little snack, the peanuts and stuff like that. But you don't need to carry like a ton of other different things, because what happens when you carry extra things, those things are weighted. They're weighted, okay? Think about like packing to go to a trip somewhere. You're going to the airport. Okay, there's a certain limitation on weight. Anything over a certain amount, you have to pay extra for. So everything that you're bringing that is meaningful, that you're trying to keep it under that level so you don't pay extra, so you don't have to put it under the plane, you have to make sure that you are in alignment, that is what you want to do, that is something that you want to bring, that's what you're going to need, and that's what you're going to use when you're there. You have to know what you're walking with. You have to know what you're carrying. You have to know what you need to continue to like have on you. Like, is it necessary for you to still continue to have this relationship and this friendship that's just really not, it's like a little toxic, that doesn't really go anywhere, that's just petty, that's just all over the place, that's just not meaningful at the end of the day? Like, is that necessary? That is the question. Because then next comes, I am peace. When my mind is clear, the way is clear. So how are you actively releasing so that you can have peace? And how are you releasing the things that don't bring you peace? Because at the end of the day, being at peace, when you are at peace and you don't got there's no problems, okay, you can relax, you can breathe, you can relax, you can chill, you can take a step back and say, oh, I get to enjoy this moment because I don't have, there's nothing, trying to take from my energy right now. There's nothing trying to tug at me or create toxicity or drama. And so being at peace is so important for you to maintain your energy. When you release, you're actively maintaining your energy and asking for your energy to be preserved and for it to be sacred, for it not to be touched or abused by anyone who would choose to abuse your time, abuse your space, abuse your energy. And it's not conductive for your growth, right? And then you have, I am my own guru. I know the self that never changes, okay? You ultimately know what's right and what's wrong. You ultimately know what needs to be released and what needs to stay. You ultimately know who cares about you in your life and who doesn't put in the work, who doesn't try to be there for you, who doesn't make the effort, okay? Who is just literally tugging and pulling on your energy or even abusing their relationship with you just so that you can be there for them because they need you. They themselves need you. Okay, you ultimately know. Your intuition tells you. Your intuition talks to you, and it says, "Hey, that didn't feel so nice. I didn't really like the way that person talked to me. That was not. I didn't like that. I didn't like. I don't know. I'll just leave it alone. I'm not gonna say anything." Then when you do that, you start burying shit down, and that's a problem because then it becomes something that you need to release because it's just baggage. It's just making things heavier. It's making things more toxic. It's making things more unnecessary than they need to be. Like if something it does not need to be there, let it go. If you're not benefiting from it, it's let it go. Relationships need to be, there's a reason why Libra rules partnership and marriage, okay? Relationship needs to be equally balanced. If one overwhelms the other, if one overuses over the other, it is not balanced. That means that relationship there's abuse happening from one person or the other. There's abuse happening. There's a lot of manipulation happening. And so you need to pull it back and say, okay, I don't know if I can continue to entertain this friendship because I've noticed that it keeps me stagnant, or there's just so much judgment for every single step I take. There's judgments. I don't feel supported. Like, I don't know why I still have this person in my life. Like, there needs to be a clear, concise mindset, okay, for our own personal growth, for our own personal progress that really removes the toxicity that others try to bring and spew in there. And it really comes to having that peace, searching for that peace, searching for those moments of honesty and like calm in the waters, and understanding that when we're trying to choose our personal peace, that we are actively listening to ourselves and what we need, and we're releasing it so we don't have to deal with the chaos, that energy. It's just because it's not meant to be there. It's not meaningful. So 1000%, I feel like you need to do an evaluation of your life, of what's going on within your life, and really start cleaning house of the things that are just not, that they just don't need to be there. Because right now I feel like you're in a place of like sitting, like what's right and what's wrong, and what's not working and what is, but they're still sitting there. Like there's still people who are really taking you for granted, and they know they're doing it and they're choosing to do it, and it's a problem because you are giving them that power, that ability to be able to do so. So it really sucks. So I need you to do a reevaluation. I need you to try to make your life as peaceful as possible. Once you can do that, that's when you're going to see things be a little bit more alleviated and a lot easier. I mean, I know we all like a little bit of drama in our lives here and there, but y'all, it don't always gotta be like that. Sometimes we just need to be chilling at the beach with a pina colada and that's it. Like sometimes we just gotta relax. And we have to be aware of when things are taking away from our peace, taking away from that. It's just, if there are things that become very unnecessary and very toxic, and it's just not helpful. Oh, there's a bunch of questions. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm reading up. Wait, hold on. I'm reading up. Oh, I thought something about. Okay. So Michaela has the next question. Anything I need to find my house? You picked the deck. Vision. Vision is a word that just came to me. Don't tell me why, but that is the word that just came to me. Vision. We're gonna use the Nature Speak Oracle deck because it's like one of my favorite decks. I love it so much. Michaela. Anything that Michaela needs to find her house. Okay, that was really fast. And like, damn. Okay. Vision. Oh my God. Wow. Okay, so the first one, you gonna laugh, but I guess we have to have this conversation. The first one is sexual energy. Okay? Sexual energy. I'm gonna just tell you all of them, and then I'm gonna break every single one down. The next one is power. Oh, hold on. Try to pick it up. Wait. Damn it. It like glued to the damn table. Okay, there we go. The next one is power in. It fell. Power in prayer. Power in prayer. The next one is be a spiritual warrior. Oh my God. And then the next one is emotional protection. Oh my God. Okay, so first and foremost, as far as you needing to find your house and how you need to like bring that to fruition, there is power in vision. Okay. And this itself, it's so funny that this is the card that came out first, because when I said vision, I was talking about this because I was thinking about this spell. And it's so funny that was the card that came out. So one of the rituals that you can do, okay, when you feel so, ready to do so, but I'm going to call it sacral chakra magic, or sacral chakra, like working your sacral chakra sensually, because I don't want to get demonetized by YouTube. But there is a spell that you do when you are, working with your sensual energy, where right before you are at your point, okay, you use your third eye to hold the vision of what you want. And you need to make sure that you have the vision. It's really, really important for you to have the vision of what you want. That is like the colors, the time of day, like, are there trees around? Is there a balcony? Do you have like a sunroom? Do you have like, how many rooms are they? Do you see yourself like walking down the stairs, the kitchen, the sunlight peeking through the kitchen? Romanticize the vision. How does it look like to you? You need to hold that vision in your head. Once you have it clear in your third eye, what it should look like. Like, I need you to daydream it first, so that way when you are, about to be at your peak, you can then bring back that vision of what it looks like. You just need to hold it for literally a second right before, right before what happens, okay? And that in itself, that is one of my favorite ways to manifest with the sacral chakra, with our womb, because our womb is a conductor, okay? So you have to make sure that you're using your sensual energy to manifest, to bring things to fruition. Each single like climax that you have is literally energy buildup that is waiting to be used in a certain way, okay? And you have to use those peaks of energy, that vibration, to take it to the next level and envision what you want for your life. You really have to create it. You have to co-create it in your womb. You have to envision it. You have to like see it. You have to romanticize it. Literally, what does the sunlight look like? How does it look like when it's raining? Like, do you hear like the raindrops on the ceiling? Like, you have to literally sit down and romanticize the vision that you have for it. Because if not, you're just gonna go into place and you're like, no. Hold the vision in your head. Know that it is real. Know that it is there waiting for you to experience that space. And then you'll be able to manifest it very, very quickly. The second one is power in prayer. Okay, power in prayer. And this is important because I feel like I feel like when we pray, especially for something like this, and when you're trying to add prayer to your intentions, and where you're saying, hey, Spirit, I want to move, I want a house, you could also tell them, like, listen, I want to just be in my home. I want to be in my sacred space where the birds are singing, where please please help me get closer and closer to this experience, because I want to be able to have a healthy home, healthy, welcoming, protected, blessed home where I can live the rest of my days, or live my life, or be able to pass it down to my kids, however way that you want to romanticize it in your head. You need to make sure you're praying for what it is you want, especially after you already have that vision. Okay, once you figured out that vision, it's all about co-creating with the universe. So it's all about letting them know, hey, this is my vision. This is what I'm praying for. I'm praying for the windows to look like this. I'm praying for the kitchen to look like that. I'm praying for a jacuzzi in the backyard. Y'all, go ham. Pray for what it is that you want and really envision it. Give them that vision. Hold that vision and say, this is what I see myself. This is where I envision myself. I am so happy here. I'm so comfortable. I pray for this peace. I pray for this future. I pray for it to be mine. It is mine. Pray towards that. Make sure you're adding it to your prayer once you have that vision clear cut in your head. Okay. Emotional protection. Emotional protection. Why? Because when you're working with sacral magic, the sacral chakra is ruled by Scorpio, okay? Obviously a water sign. There's a lot of emotions that go into our womb, things that block our womb from being able to be used because of just trauma and different things that happen to us within our lives. You need to make sure that you are emotionally, spiritually protecting your energy and your peace, because it is really easy to get caught up in some bullshit and get caught up, still hung up on certain things that are then blocking your sacral chakra from working properly. When you're trying to manifest something as big and as grounded as this, you need to make sure that you're emotionally protecting your state. It's kind of like, think of like being pregnant and being like, you're walking around with a belly. It's stupid easy to like lose, like go through the process. Like my mom, I'll give you this example. My mom, when she was pregnant, a couple of like years ago, okay, she was pregnant. She was supposed to have a boy. My dad's always wanted a boy. He ended up with 3 girls, hilariously, but he always wanted a boy. She finally was pregnant with a boy, but the problem was that my dad, who's a super, they were fixing some pipes underneath the kitchen, and so they covered the top, like the little hallway towards the kitchen, with like just like a wobbly plank of wood, and it was kind of like 3 big planks of wood that they covered it with, and that's like we would have to kind of walk over it to go to the kitchen. My mom, who was pregnant at the time, she was like 5 months pregnant. She tripped on the board and she was like bleeding through, and then she lost the baby, and she was really, 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 really frustrated about that. That was like the first time that I've ever saw my mom questioning God. Because let me tell you, my mom is like super like this. She's a Cancer. She's very, very consistent. She's very, very like to her, like what she believes, she follows it. She's very studious. She's very, very intelligent. But I've never in my life saw my mom questioning God until that time. Okay, because she was like, why did you allow for me to lose my child? Why did you let that happen? Why did that happen? She was really frustrated with God at that point. And this is the moment of really understanding how your sacral energy works too, because anything that comes in your way that throws you out of that emotionally being protected and your womb being protected from the work that it needs to do, anything can come in and really like boop, put you in a position where you just got literally you just got like, it just came out of nowhere. It just literally came out of nowhere. And now you're just like emotionally on a whole different place, and you're not able to hold the vision of what it is that you're trying to manifest. So it's really, it can be like working with your womb can be very intense. And this is why even when you are climaxing and all that kind of stuff, that process, obviously there are layers to it. There are emotional layers, there are physical layers, your spirit at the same time. There are spiritual levels to manifesting with your womb, manifesting and holding the vision there. Just like, if you're trying to get up there and then you're struggling to get up there on the peak of the thing. That's when any kind of change in movement or anything can kind of stop it from pushing through, from actually hitting that crescendo point, right? And so this is what I mean about the emotional protection. You need to make sure that you are actively distancing yourself from that which takes on your emotional energy, that can cause you harm, that can cause you distress. Because if you are not paying attention to the things that are in front of you, you can literally trip and get caught up, and then it just kind of breaks your vision, and then you're just like, oh, now I gotta focus on this, and oh man, I was really 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 focusing on this, right? And I couldn't finish. And so it can turn into a larger issue if you don't emotionally protect yourself. If you know what it is that you want to do and you're focusing on emotionally fueling that specific intention for yourself, you need to make sure that you are setting boundaries, that you are setting, like, you're separating yourself. You're not like, oh, I'm going to go to the club and go do this, and then I'm going to go home and do that. Like, you need to give your own space, because this is its own ritual. So you can't just kind of like, railroad over that. You have to understand the need for you to emotionally protect yourself from that which will take from your mental peace, your spiritual peace, your emotional peace. And then you're going to be left questioning, like, spirit, like, oh my God, why did this happen? Why can't I get this to work? Why can this just get like, it can be really, really, really frustrating. And then you end up getting caught up in this weird loop when you keep trying and it just doesn't work because you're getting distracted. Protect your peace, protect your space. If you're going to do that on your own, step away, like, set some time dedicated for yourself, especially for your own visualization rituals. Like, make sure nobody's bothering you or disturbing you, especially those who are very comfortable naturally with taking your peace away. You just need to chill, relax, protect. Okay, be a spiritual warrior. Okay, you need to make sure that you are analyzing what your spirit needs when it needs it. If you feel like you are really willing within this specific time to work on that intention, then allow yourself to do that, and then set boundaries for everything else. Put your phone on airplane mode. Tell people not to call you. Tell people you're done for the rest of the night. You're going to be sleeping, whatever. And then work on your stuff separately. Make sure you are creating space for your vision and your intentions to grow, while at the same time, like, setting yourself up for success. That's really what it comes down to. This is why, when you're working with your womb, when you're working towards like fertility and abundance work, like Venus work, you have to really focus on what is growing, what you're making room for in your garden, what is growing, what needs to be cut out so new things can grow, and reevaluating that, which means that you're going to need to use your spiritual teachings and what feels comfortable to you within your practice, in order to make things work, in order to make things come into full fruition and actually manifest into full capacity. Because at the end of the day, I feel like you just need, to center yourself. Like, you need to dedicate time to focus on that growth at the same time. So I hope that makes sense. Let me see. Wait, hold on, y'all. I'm like reading through the comments. A lot of comments. Oh, hello. Everybody say hi to Pinky. Oh, hey, Steph. Oh, yeah, I'm still here. I'll probably be here for another, another maybe 20 minutes or so. So I'll try to do as many of these as I can. But I want to make sure that I like film the Orisha story time tonight so you guys can get that. Because yeah, like I'm excited to talk about this story. I feel like it's important. I feel like it goes with the current times and everything that's happening. It's like it's really in alignment. Okay, I think wait, was it Steph? Yeah, I think Steph is the next one. I said no to moving in with my ex. Did I make the right decision? Whatever deck you feel. Ooh. Which deck? I think I'm gonna go with the Romance Angels because they would know. They would know, y'all. They would know. Hold on. 1 second. Did Steph make the right decision in not moving in with her ex? Did she make the right decision? Did she make the right decision in moving in? Not moving in with her ex. Okay. Oh, this reading, y'all. Okay, so the first one is reconciliation. Okay, and it says someone from your past is returning to your life. And then the next one is pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So I would definitely say that while, it at the end of the day, as far as them being your ex goes, because I can tell you from like my life, I am always the type of person that like my exes end up still being my friends. Like I've always been like that. So I'm not necessarily saying, you need to like throw away and all that kind of stuff, because that's just not, always realistic. It's definitely like Gemini placements will have you still being friends with your exes. That always happens. But this is one of those things where it's kind of like you can be cool, but there's a limitation, okay? Because it's kind of like you can reconnect, you can talk, you can kind of like be there for each other as friends or whatever intention it is that you're trying to have right now. You can have set those kind of boundaries, but there's still red flags there. There are still like, I feel like when it comes to exes, Spirit does that thing where it kind of reminds you as you're talking to them why you're not with them anymore. Like what were the core issues? Like do I need to spend more time with you? I don't want you to talk to me like that again. I don't want you to say that to me like that again. I just don't want, I don't know if that's like for the best, like for me to like deal with. I don't know if I want to deal with that right now. I don't know if that's something that there's just like this, like pay attention to the little like ding 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 ding. Like it just feels like you are getting like little warnings, like little like warnings, like you remember that? Yeah, make sure you make sure that you remember what happened the last time y'all had a conversation about something. Make sure you are aware of like the trigger points, especially within the relationship and different things. How he feels about your friends, how he feels about certain people and stuff like that. The way he talks about certain things. There's just like, y'all can be like cool, like cordial and stuff like that, but the red flags, it's almost like I feel like you made the right decision not moving in, because I feel like you would have regretted it later on, or you would have tried to move on later on. It would have caused a little bit more chaos. But I think right now you need to, while you're reconciliating, like having that reconciliation, make sure you're also setting healthy boundaries. Like you're not in a relationship anymore, so your relationship then has to look different. There has to be limitations. There has to be like, hey, this is where the buck stops. You can't just text me at 3 a.m. for no reason. Like you can't just do certain things or get away with certain things. Like you still have to respect my space. You still have to respect who I am. And I personally am just gonna follow myself intuitively. I don't know if this is right for me right now. Doesn't mean that you don't have to like care about the person or respect the person or anything like that. But it just, right now, I feel like I feel like had you said yes, had you done it, it would have led to a little bit of stagnation for yourself and your growth, where reconciliating and having like, talking and just being chill, being friends, being open to like the friendship and stuff like that, that is more conductive for your own personal growth, because then you're able to have that, partner who then becomes your friend. Like the friendship of it can be saved versus it being focused on the relationship itself. I think that if you kind of try to force it, you're going, or try to like, be like, oh no, we're friends, so it should be fine. Like we have a relationship before, we know how to deal with each other and stuff like that. You would be surprised what would end up happening and what would get thrown your way just because someone feels very comfortable with you. So just because somebody feels like, they know you, so they can get away with certain things, or making you clean more, or making you do like certain things that are just like not conductive to your growth. So I'd say no. You made the right decision. You made the right decision saying no. I feel like you can be friends, but with some distance, with some espacio, not too much on the, not moving in though. I feel like when you're moving in with someone, you're planting roots. That's like root chakra work, by the way. Your home space is root chakra work. So when you move in with someone, the person that you move in with, you end up living with them for like a longer amount of time. That's time that you are investing that whole entire time. And that can create blockages for certain people and things and experiences to come into your life, just because that person is still lingering there with their own specific energy. So it's really important to understand why boundaries are important in this capacity, like why boundaries are important. But yeah, I think you made the right decision, love. I really do. Oh yeah, they've been playing this song on TikTok a lot. I love that song. It's just a beautiful, beautiful song. And I know that it's like native, like specifically having the awareness for women, because they've been like going missing with the tribes and everything. So it's just been really, really, really like crazy, especially where they're making the pipelines. It's just crazy how you have like these pipeline camps that are made, and then all of a sudden men don't know how to act or behave, and they start kidnapping women and killing them. Like it's crazy. The whole entire thing about like the awareness for the women, it's just insane. Like it just sucks that natives are still going through this. Like the fact that we still have to feel like we have so much like the threatening, like the threats, like the lack of awareness, the lack of, I really hate it. I really, really hate it. It really sucks. But 100%, I love that song. It's a really, really beautiful song. I love that it kind of like went viral on native TikTok, because I see it all the time. It's really beautiful. What does spirit want me to know? Choose whatever deck you feel. Thank you so much for shining your light and wisdom. You're welcome, love. What does spirit want you to know? I think for some reason the Archangel Michael deck is calling me, so we're just gonna go with Archangel Michael right now, because I intuitively be picking these decks and they be working. They be doing the thing. What does Maya need to know? What does Maya need to know? What does Maya need to know? Ooh. Okay. So 2 different things. The first one is keep your eyes on your targeted intention, okay? And this comes with a prayer, which I recommend you actually use. That's one of the things I like about the Archangel cards that come with a prayer. So it says, keep your eyes on your targeted intention. And the prayer goes, thank you, Archangel Michael, for helping me focus on my inner wisdom and intention. I ask for your guidance in releasing any fears or doubts, granting me the confidence and courage to take action towards realizing my dreams, okay? Stay focused on the goals, stay focused on the long term, like the vision itself, stay focused, okay? And then the next card the person you are asking about is trustworthy. And the prayer goes, thank you for helping me have faith so I can open my heart wider in my relationships. I am grateful for your protection, ensuring that only trustworthy people are in my life. So there's literally like, there's definitely literally a focus on two different things, and they definitely come in and merge together. But I do feel like right now you're definitely working towards a lot on within yourself, not only spiritually, but as far as like your manifestations goes, bringing in things into fruition, intentions that you have set, that you want to see, you know, come to pass, and you want to manifest in your life, the really, really beautiful intentions. And I think that ultimately you need to make sure that you're fueling your own fire. Okay. The same way that every day you wake up, you feed yourself, you feed your body, you eat. Okay. You're feeding your solar plexus, your stomach is where we're putting, like, we're fueling that, so we have energy throughout the day to do everything else that we need to do. And you need to make sure you're doing that to your intentions as well. How can you fuel those fires? How can you add to it? How can you work your magic, work your craft to literally push through and see some breakthroughs in those areas? So if that means that you need to see more and more focus on your, like, finances, for example. Like, let's say you're trying to see, you're doing like a long-term, like, you want to save, or you want to manifest a certain amount of money, or you're trying to get a promotion at work or whatnot. Maybe like you need to be lighting a candle consistently. You need to be doing your spell work consistently, fueling that specific intention, saying, hey, I'm very clear and conscious about what I am intending to, what I want to manifest. I see it. It is mine. It is mine. It is mine. I see it. It is coming my way. It is coming my way. I'm holding the vision of it in my head, and I know that that's coming my way. Being very, very like tunnel vision focused on what it is and fueling it, like literally lighting fuel to the fire, like literally adding more firewood into the fire, maintaining that fire. Why? Because that fire is it's giving you the heat. You're able to cook on that fire. You're going to be able to survive on that fire. You're going to be able to like keep warm. Okay. It's giving you what you need, but you have to keep fueling it. You have to maintain the fire. And that includes spiritually, that includes energetically, like putting your energy into the things that you are working towards long-term wise. And I do feel like you need to have a clear tunnel vision, focus on those goals, on those intentions. It's just going to help you manifest those things faster, and then you're going to see yourself like breaking through that. It's just going to make things a lot easier on you and on your spirit. So I just highly recommend just like really say, okay, how this week, how can I push through and feel this intention and make it come closer and closer and closer my way? How can I do that? What else can I do? What can I add to my practice that will help me bring more financial abundance to my life? Like, do I need to do affirmations? Do I need to do meditations regularly? Do I need to burn some bay leaves, in making those wishes, telling the universe, listen, this is what my vision is, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm calling for. Okay, when you're keeping that, that's when it's going to start coming like this. Now, with the person that you're asking about is trustworthy, this is that in that beautiful kind of like calming energy where like spirit makes you feel like, okay, this is cool. You can trust. You can take a moment. You can understand like there's meaningful there. This relationship is meant to be meaningful. This relationship is meant to be purposeful. This connection is meant to be something of quality, something that brings you something more than just, like here casual friendships and, acquaintances and stuff like that. This is meant to be something that is more long-term, something that has substance. Okay. And so for you, I feel like you need to allow yourself to open up yourself to experiences, to new things, to new kind of, especially on a soul level, new energies. That includes if there are some people that are kind of coming into your life that have like a very strong energy or very like, and you feel like the power about it, but you're still kind of like, it's really easy for us to kind of want to pull back. That's definitely one of the animal instincts too, because you see animals do this when they're like, when they see something move in front of them. Like my cat does this all the time because, cats be hunters. So they'll be like, okay, that moved. that move, I have to go investigate. I don't know if I could trust this yet. I need to like claw it a little bit and see what's going on with that. Like you do need to, like, I feel like test the water sometimes, and like, you know, give people a little bit of time for you to feel comfortable with them and like with their energy, with their spirit around you. But I do feel like there's definitely a person within your life that you can have that trust with right now, who can definitely help you maintain your intention, maintain that focus and that clarity very, very, very clearly. And I think that, I feel like spirit is helping you a lot to navigate this. I feel like spirit is really trying to focus on keeping you on the like straight and narrow path. Like, it's just kind of like, okay, this is what your intention is. You gotta stay on that path. You gotta, you know, and so there are people who are going to come along the way that are going to keep you progressing. Like, even just when you tell someone, when you tell a friend, when you tell a person, when you tell someone, you know, like, hey, I'm working on this, I'm working on I don't know, I'm working on building a boat or whatever. There's like, psychologically speaking, when you tell someone that you're working on something, you're more likely to work on that thing just because you told that person that you were working on it. Because you yourself are not going to want to feel the shame and embarrassment when they ask you, oh, you told me that you were working on that. How did it go? It's almost kind of like a way of holding yourself in check, just by having other people knowing and being a part of the knowing of what's going on. It's kind of like, it keeps you in check, just kind of like how moms are like always kind of checking in and saying like, hey, so what's going on, when are you giving me grandchildren, all this kind of stuff. It makes it so then you have to analyze where you're at with all of that. Do you want to have like kids to give your mom? Do you want to like be in that space? Or do you have a partner? Do you want a relationship right now? Like, where you're at, it forces you to kind of check yourself, to kind of like, oh, okay, like you take a moment to reevaluate and like, oh, okay, I think that was I needed to hear that. I feel like that person, like, I really needed to hear that. So that makes sense. Like, that really, really makes sense. So it's really about understanding and allowing others to play the role that they are meant to in our lives, for us to trust that there's meaning and purpose within those relationships and those connections that we have, and understanding how others also keep us on like that straight and narrow path towards our success and our goals and our dreams. So it's really a beautiful like culmination. It forms as like a checks and balances. It's like you are focused, but also the people around you are also checking on you, and this includes spirit, to making sure that you are focused as well. So it helps you, it helps keep you in the right alignment and holding that vision that you want for your life. So it's a really, really good vibe. I feel like it's a really good vibe. So that is your reading, my love. Wait, hold on, it refreshed, y'all. It went somewhere. Hold on. Maybe hearing some of this from a third party and not from me will knock something in place for her. Y'all, I be saying that to my sister all the time, because one of the things I tell her all the time is that she doesn't listen to me. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Y'all know, y'all come here every week to listen to me, right? I tell my mom, my sister, my whoever it is in my life, okay, they get free advice. They get to hit me up for, I told you already, everybody hits me up for like tarot readings and all the things, right? And so when I tell them, hey, you know, this person's not, you need to let this person go, they're not good for you, they'll literally still like be in a toxic relationship with that person, and they'll be like, Abby, this happened and it's just getting worse. And I'm like, I already told you what you needed to do. Nobody, and I tell them, I'm like, why does nobody listen to me? I've been telling y'all 100 times every year the same message the spirit gives me for all of you, and you don't listen to me. And what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Like, I feel like sometimes you gotta get yelled at by strangers in order for you to do something. It's family for some reason. Yo, they be a little thick-headed. They be a little thick-headed. It just be, y'all, I don't know what it is, but I feel you, because it literally happens to me all the time. Yesterday, I was on the phone with my sister and I was telling her, I was like, why do nobody listen to me? Why? I'm just sitting here like, I'm not wrong. I have a good track record of being right. Like, I'm not even trying to brag. I'm just being serious. Why does nobody listen to me? Like, as much as I don't like being in the place of, you know, the I told you so, because I don't like doing that to people. But every time that moment happens, you know, when that moment happens where, you know, you told the person, hey, you know, that's not, and then they still continued on, and then, you know, something happened, and then you're just like, they come to you to talk to you about it, to vent, and you're just like trying to hold on, trying to hold inside the, but I told you about this already. We spoke about this. You're literally talking to me, and you know how what the. It's one of my pet peeves, y'all. It's one of my pet peeves, and I think it's because I'm a Capricorn and I don't like wasting my damn time. So when my own family and friends decide to, you know, do the nonsense and waste their own goddamn time, and then come to me later and be like, "I'm still going through this. This is so," and I'm just like, what do you expect me to do? How I just, y'all, nobody listens to me. I'm telling you, like they do not listen to me. I have a joke with my sister that when I literally tell her, like, I'm waiting for like a good portion of the family, especially the older generation, to die, and I've told y'all this before, just so I can work with them spiritually, because in their physical bodies, they're stubborn as hell. Okay, they don't want to listen. So I rather wait till they transition, so I could be like, hey, so now that I have your spirit here, can we get to talking? I need to have a conversation with you, because yeah, it's a hot mess. It's a hot mess. It's a hot mess, y'all. It's a hot mess, but I feel you, boo. I definitely feel you on that one. I definitely feel you on that one. Hold on. I'm going through the thingies. Hold on. Ooh. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Ooh, I think we're down to the last one. Okay. That's exactly how I felt. We both need space to grow. Thank you. You're welcome, boo. For sure. For sure. For sure. Okay, so I think I'm going to go ahead and sign off, because we've been in here for like an hour and like almost 40 minutes. But thank y'all for coming to this week's weekly community oracle poll. I hope that y'all received the messages that you needed. Thank you for all the love and all the support and all of the things. Say bye to Pinky. Hold on. You got to say bye to everybody. Say bye. Say bye to Pinky. So, wait, hold on. She's like moving. There you go. Stay high. Say bye. 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 She's so darn cute. So yeah, thank you guys for coming through. I'll definitely see you in the next videos, because I'm about to post them soon. So stay tuned for those videos, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye. Bye, y'all. Bye.